Have you ever read a sentence that just sticks with you? Ever wondered what makes it so memorable? What really gives writing its power? I mean, sure, the plot, the characters, the facts, that's all crucial stuff. But there's usually something else going on, something deeper under the surface. The real magic often isn't just what a writer says, it's how they say it. The right literary devices can create rhythm, stir emotion, and add deeper layers of meaning. Today, we're adding 3 more powerful tools to our writer's toolkit. Let's jump right in. First up, we've got a tool with a kind of a fancy name, epistrophe. But at its heart, it's a really simple idea. It's all about using repetition to drive a point home. So, what exactly is epistrophe? It's when a writer repeats the same word or phrase at the end of several sentences or clauses. You can think of it as the opposite of anaphora, where the repetition happens at the beginning. By placing the repeated words at the end, writers create a strong, memorable rhythm that leaves a lasting impression. And I guarantee you've heard this your whole life. Just take that classic saying, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That repetition of evil just hammers the idea into your brain. It's the exact same move in a courtroom oath, ending with the truth. It builds all the focus onto that one single idea. Now look at how this is used in literature to show us a journey. The repeated phrase as a child just completely anchors every single one of those actions in the past. It perfectly sets the stage for what's about to come next. Now look at how the writer uses epistrophe to show a journey. The repeated phrase as a child keeps bringing us back to the speaker's past. By the time the repetition ends, we're ready for the contrast that's about to come next. Okay, on to tool number 2. We're going to shift gears here from the rhythm of repetition to the actual sound of the words themselves with, you guessed it, onomatopoeia. This might just be the most fun literary term to say out loud, and it's definitely one of the easiest to get. An onomatopoeia is simply a word that sounds like the noise it's describing. I mean, you can practically hear these sentences, right? Buzzed sounds just like a bee. Screeched puts that sound of tires right in your head. These words don't just tell you what happened, they make you hear it, which pulls you straight into the scene. And here's a true master showing us how it's done. In Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Bells, the word bells itself kind of becomes onomatopoeia. It just echoes through the lines like a sound effect. You don't just read about the bells, you actually experience their ringing. So, the whole point here is immersion. Poe is literally building an entire soundscape with his words. This isn't just description. It's a full-on sensory experience that drives the mood and makes the entire poem feel alive. All right, so from the sound of words, let's move on to the wit of words. Our third and final tool for today is the pun. A really clever device that plays with meaning to create both humor and some surprising depth. So a pun is basically a clever little bit of wordplay. It works because a single word can have 2 totally different meanings, or it might sound exactly like another word. Now, they're often used just for a good laugh, but as we're about to see, they can also pack a serious literary punch. These examples are your classic funny puns. With the anti-gravity book, impossible to put down, plays on both the book's topic and how good it is. And the second one is a classic. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. It's just pure, clever wordplay. But now, just watch how Shakespeare takes this simple pun and turns it into something amazing. Here, Romeo is playing on the word soles of dancing shoes versus his own heavy soul. It's a brilliant, super compact way to show us how incredibly sad he is. You see, this is so much more than a simple joke. Romeo's pun gives us a direct window into his character. While everyone else is ready to dance with their light, nimble souls, Romeo feels weighed down in his soul. The wordplay reveals his sadness in a way that's both memorable and meaningful. Okay, we've broken down rhythm, sound, and wit. Now let's put it all together and see how these tools can actually work together. Take a quick look at this paragraph. Can you spot all three of the tools we've been talking about? There's an epistrophe, some onomatopoeia, and a pun hiding. Ready? Let's break it down. First, the epistrophe, repeating free at the end of the line, it creates this emotional buildup, really emphasizing that feeling of pure, absolute joy. Next up, the onomatopoeia. You can almost hear the thudded footsteps and the rustling leaves, right? These sound words make the whole scene way more vivid and immersive, pulling you right into that field with the children. And finally, the pun. Outstanding in their field is just a perfect little piece of wordplay. It injects a dose of humor and charm, and it perfectly captures the lighthearted mood of the whole scene. So there you have it. 3 really powerful tools for your writing arsenal. Now you can use epistrophe to build up that rhythm, onomatopoeia, to create a whole soundscape, and puns to inject a little bit of wit. They each have a unique job to do in making writing more impactful. So the real question is, which tool are you going to use first? How are you going to weave some rhythm or sound or wit into your own work to make your words truly unforgettable? Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. If you'd like more personalized feedback, writing support, and discussion sessions, they're available with me or with our selected tutors. All the details are here.